Yo, what's going on YouTube? We're currently in Lake Placid. We're about to leave. Had a fun 3 days here. We were gonna go to Whiteface Mountain, but that shit was cooked. Apparently it's the 9th highest peak in the US for the world, so I don't know why the fuck we went there, but this dumbass did no research. But we're about to head out.
It was a 7-hour hike.
A 7-hour hike?
I think so, yeah.
Yo, that's insane.
Fifth highest mountain in the US state of New York.
Oh, it's only in New York?
Hold on.
It's not that bad then. But anyways, I'm gonna give you guys a little mountain POV drive on the way out. Hopefully the road's not too shit, but we did a lot of sliding here. The first day we came, like the roads are hella slippery, so I was sliding like unintentionally. But the last 2 days it's been like more just wet than snowy. So, but we did some stuff in Mexico.
Oh, it's open, it's open.
Oh, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, I got that on video.
So on my right, if you guys can see, it's the Olympics, where they held the Olympics in 1980. So this is like their whole thing, the Olympic place. And this is like high school right here. I don't know how people go to school here, but that's where they go to school. And I'm gonna show you guys the places we went to. So this morning we got this place, which is Origin Coffee. It's pretty good. The coffee was kind of ass, but the design was good. I'll put it up right here. And then yesterday morning we got, where is it? This place. It's called the Farmhouse Cafe. That's pretty valid, I'm not gonna lie. This place, the red building. Yeah, it was pretty valid. But yeah, I can't believe we're leaving this shit. It's been mad cold. As you guys see, it's 13 degrees, but it was like 1 degree the first night that we were here. Yo, fuck.
Bro, the middle of the day it was like 7. How the food was better than I expected.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's not New York like amazing, but like it's not bad. But this scenic, it's about to be super scenic on the way out here, because we're about to see some icy trees. It's really nice. But this is like the goal of making money. Like we booked this 2 days ago, and then we just pulled up on here, saw what's up. It was fun, but we didn't really get to do much because it was a winter. But that's just the point of making money, like the freedom that comes with it. Like the car, I could have easily driven like Toyota Camry and pulled up. It would have been a different experience. But the other thing, you guys, if you don't have a nice car, you don't really understand this, but when you're driving a nice car, like this is like basically steering for you. And when you take corners and turns like this, for example, like all you gotta do is this. And with a regular car, like you would have to turn a lot more to feel it. And that makes the driving experience on the road more fun. But when you're driving a car like this, like all you have to do is like the slightest turn, which makes it not even driving. Like you don't really get to drive the full potential of the car. And if you speed, obviously, like, what the fuck? Where's the cop? And if you speed, like, that's the only time that you could get a fun driving experience out of high horsepower cars. So you either have to take it to a track, or you don't. If you drive them on the street, you have to do illegal ass shit. But that's why, like, driving a regular car, you guys gotta appreciate that shit more, because I appreciate when I'm in like less horsepower cars, because I actually feel the driving experience is more fun on the road, but not on the track. Like obviously this is more fun on the track. You get to shift up, shift down, you get to go like 100 something. But on the road, these cars are just more for show. Like the faster cars, the faster you go, the less you can actually drive on the road, because it's just track focused. But that's one thing about cars. And yeah, like ultimately it's just about money, and freedom. Like you make money for the freedom of having money, so you don't have to worry about it. Like the way I look at money, I don't want money. I don't even like money, to be honest. If my parents didn't need me to make money, I wouldn't have made money this fast, like I would be nowhere where I'm near where I'm at right now. But the fact that my parents like needed help, and even though if I was in college, like they probably would have figured out a way, you know, my dad would have worked more and shit, and my mom would have just like gotten more jobs and worked more hours. I just wanted a way to help them out, so I got this as a result of it. And what I care most about when I see money, like I don't want money. Like if you know me in person, like I just give my money away. Every time I have cash, like it's dangerous, because either a homeless person is getting it or like someone's getting a nice tip, or like I just give away my money, because at the core of it, like I'm just too giving. Like I don't like money at all, but I just have to make it to make stuff happen. But I spent a lot on experiences, and those are experiences that I would have never had a chance to experience either in my lifetime or as a kid. So I missed on a lot of stuff that people got to experience as a kid, like gift exchanges, or you know, just like buying a meal without having to worry. Every $5 that I spent with my parents' money, I always had to worry. And that's why like I never got a bev with my meal. Like people would buy bevs, but like if my meal doesn't come with a bev, like I just wouldn't buy a bev outright. So I would just eat my stuff. And then people always say like, oh, no bev, that's crazy. But like unless I get like in Arizona, I probably wouldn't get a bev, because usually bevs are like $2-3, and that's like half the meal's cost. So I wouldn't get bevs. And like being in my position now, like I just don't look at money like money. It's just like a tool to elevate yourself, to learn, to gain more knowledge, to sharpen your skills. And that's just the way I see money. Money is a tool. When you put money on a pedestal, that's when you like glorify stuff like materialistic stuff and designer cars. But when you get your dream car, after 2 weeks, like everyone just gets bored. I wasn't even excited to get my Lambo, but I was excited to get this car. But even though I was excited for like this car and not the Lambo, like both, you just get used to it. It just becomes a car, and I think that's good, because when you glorify materialistic stuff, like if you guys know who Brett Scales is, he crashed both his cars in like within 7 days of owning them. And that's like a sign. Like when you glorify materialistic stuff, like when you flex watches, designer, and like all this expensive luxuries of life, when you crash a car, like all you care about is your life. And that should tell you guys a lot about like material. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is like how hard you work every day, how hard you try in life, your discipline, and just chasing after a goal every single day and improving yourself. Because if you're ever stagnant, like that's the worst position to be in. The most depressed people are the ones that are comfortable, and if you're not constantly improving, you're not getting better, if you're not making yourself better, then you're gonna be depressed, because you're just not doing anything with your life. That's how depression starts. And I think that's something I've learned over the years. Like I used to be really lazy, but like lazy in like a good, like lazy in a good way. Like I had so much potential to do stuff, but I just didn't do it, and I procrastinated a lot, and I was scared to start. But after like a mentality shift, like I don't give a fuck if I fail, that was like when I really saw success, and I just didn't care. Like if I want to do something, I do it right away. If I'm not gonna go all in on something, I just don't even start. So that's always been my mentality with business and everything in life. Just like going all in on something. If I don't go all in on something, like I might as well not start. And if you look at life that way, like you could get a lot achieved. Because it's one thing like people struggle with is shiny object syndrome, which is people see a bunch of businesses like side hustles, and they try to do every single one of them. Like they give one thing like a month or two, and then it doesn't work out, and then they just move on to the next thing. But that's not what you want to do. You want to lock in on one thing, and it should be something that like you actually want to start, because everyone, like whether or not like you enjoy it, obviously like it's work at the end of the day, like it's a job, but there has to be like that one business, one side hustle, maybe trading or whatever, that you want to start, and you've always want to do it, but you're just too lazy, or you're scared to lose money. You don't have a lot of money to start, and you just like make a bunch of excuses. But you guys just gotta stick to one thing. Like the shiny object syndrome, it's when you just see a bunch of stuff and you're like, oh, like this looks like it makes more money, but this looks like it makes even more money. Like maybe I should try this, maybe I should try this. When you're doing one side hustle, you see someone else doing good, and then you're like, oh yeah, like maybe I should do what they do. But like the best thing to do is just stick to what you're doing, because it's not about what you do. Like if you enjoy what you do and you become the best at it, you're gonna make the most money. You're gonna make more than the person that is making a lot of money to you right now. So you just gotta build your skill set and just learn enough knowledge and improve every single day to become the best at your field, because people always like the best. They like the best, you know, email marketing team. They like the best trader. The best trader makes the most money, right? So you just have to become really good at what you do. Like someone who's doing e-com right now, they could be making 100K a week, but someone who's trading, they could be making 500K a week, but you don't see their losses. They could have lost 700K the next week, and the e-com person is consistently growing and they're making, you know, they're building up to that. They make 500K and they don't lose it. So everybody always has their ups and downs, and you just gotta find a way to focus on one thing. And I know it's hard, like at the start you're like, oh, this is not working, like, but if you consistently stick to it and you are persistent about it, eventually you're gonna learn enough to make something work. And if you fail enough times, like it's just inevitable that you're gonna succeed. So just always stick to one thing, especially at the start. Like when you make more money, you could, you know, expand into real estate or whatever, unless you're like you're trying to become a real estate wholesaler or something. But if you're just doing something online like e-com or whatever, then just stick to one thing, because people always say like nothing works because like, oh, isn't that too saturated? Like I hate that question, because it's only saturated for the people that suck at it, for the people that don't know what they're doing. But like you look at the rich and the poor, right? So you have the people who own the buildings, and then you have the people who live in them. And the people who say it's saturated are the people that are living in them, because they don't know how to own the building. They don't know how stuff works. But the people who understand how it works, it's not saturated for them. Like they're making money off of you. So nothing is saturated. Like you just have to know the right things, and you just have to be the person that makes the money off of the people who are saying it's saturated. Because the people who are saying it's saturated, those are like the same consumers that buy the products, because they don't want to be the producer, they don't want to be the seller. So you gotta learn the skill sets to be the seller. And when you're better than everyone else, stuff doesn't become saturated, because one, you're ahead of the curve, and two, when people don't know what they're doing, you're like building a moat around your brand or whatever for it to succeed. And by the time these people who say it's saturated to come in, they're too late already. So you already have stuff established, which gives you like the upper hand. Like you build a monopoly in the market and you become the top of the market. So it doesn't become saturated if you're at the top, because you're already dominating competition, and when they come in, like you just blow them out the waters. So that's like one thing. You can't think of stuff as like, oh, it doesn't work. Everything works. You just have to make it work. And people think like nothing works, which is why like I make these videos, because like even though like I don't really mentor or teach people or sell a course or nothing, like I want to inspire people and just open their eyes, because I'm just like a normal ass kid. Like what am I fucking doing on this random ass Friday with these mountains, right? Like this shit shouldn't be like a thing. Like I should be, I don't know, I should be at home broke. Like I'm 20. Like I should be like a broke college student. Like this is not normal. But I made him normal because I saw a vision that no one else saw, and there's just so much possibilities in life. When you believe something, and when you believe you can do something, and then you go out there and make it happen, like you have to really believe in it. Because if you just say a bunch of bullshit and you don't believe it, you say like, oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire by next year, you have no plan, no nothing, like you're not working towards nothing, then that's not gonna happen. But when you have a vision and you set a plan, you have milestones, and you're actively working every single day to make that happen, like 100% it's gonna happen. There's nothing that's impossible in life. Like, people always talk about reality, but like, you create your reality. Your actions become what you achieve. So just really believe in yourself. If you set your mind to something and you see it being what you want, and is that police? It is. But you set your mind to something and that's really what you want, and you put in the work every single day, then it's always gonna happen. It's just like the time frame. Everybody has a different time frame. The bigger the goal, the more time it's gonna take. But that's just how it goes. And just because something is delayed doesn't mean it's bad, because everybody has a different journey. So just work at it every single day, and you know, chip at it, hit like little milestones along the way, work your way up, and then soon, like, the success is always overnight. Like, you never expect it. Like, for your first winner, if you're like, you know, if you're doing e-com for your first winning product, it might take 3 products, it might take 7 products, it might take 12 products. But when that 12th product hits, you're like, oh shit, like I just made 100K in like the last 2-3 weeks. Like, this is crazy. And then you look back and you're like, damn, like I learned a lot along the way. But you don't oh shit, I gotta slow the fuck down. You're like, I learned a lot along the way, but you don't really see that when you're like so tunnel vision, because nothing's working. And that's the state that like people are in. And the thing that helped me with that is I like the uncertainty of not knowing how things are gonna turn out. And I think that's what fuels me to become better. But I think most people are scared of that, which is why they are scared to fail and they're scared to start, because it's about the uncertainty of, oh, like, where am I, what if I fail? But I never ask myself, what if I fail? It's like how am I gonna approach this? And if I fail, like, what am I gonna do? And the biggest thing is just being a problem solver. If you could be a problem solver in any situation, then you could fix any situation. There's certain stuff that you can't fix, but like in business, there's a solution to everything. So you just gotta think of, oh, how am I gonna solve this problem? And then if another problem arises, how am I gonna solve this problem? And just be a problem solver. That's how you're gonna be proactive about stuff, and just be very positive and optimistic about stuff. Not like, oh, like I lost $1,000. Not like glorify losing $1,000, but like more of just saying, oh, like I used this $1,000 and I learned a lot of stuff. I'm gonna use this $1,000 into my next product test, and I'm gonna, if it works, it works. But if it doesn't, I'm just gonna keep going, and you know, maybe the next one will work. If it doesn't, I learned something and I move on and I use that into my next product test, and I just keep learning. And if you have that mindset of just not being scared to lose money, then you're gonna learn a lot, and the more you learn, the more likely your chances of being successful. So just keep testing and keep like, that's why I say money is a tool. Use money to learn, because there's no losses if you're learning. If you're building knowledge with money, it's like the same thing as school. You're learning something to become better later on at the field, so you're progressing in a way. So like, if you could look at that as the same way of school, like studying for a test or something, you know, like maybe you failed a test, all right, you got more tests. You're always gonna have tests in life, so just use that knowledge into the next test. If you did bad this time, then improve on the next one. And life is just an endless pursuit of improvement, so you just become the best person you can, mentally, spiritually, physically, like everything. But I think that's gonna sum up the video. I think I've been yapping for a little too long, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep this GoPro on, but I hope you guys got inspired by that, and I hope that was a great mentality shift for you guys. And take everything with a grain of salt, because I'm not always right, but I think I do know a lot. And I love like this mentality stuff. It's just like, your mentality is everything about if you're gonna be successful or not. Because mentality is literally everything. If you could believe it in your mind, then that's all you need. you just gotta put in the action to make it happen. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.